there's one thing that I think that everybody could do to preserve their skin health, is really just have your own routine that works for you and make it simple. So I think we tend to do too much. Something as simple as just cleansing, hydrating, and moisturizing.
What is the #1 thing that we need to do for the healthiest skin?
Okay, that is a very hard question for someone like me. There are many things. True skin health and beauty is holistic, but there are a few things that you can do. It depends on your commitment, depends on how much you really care and how much you want to radiate, how much skin health you want. So it depends on your goals. And it's different for everybody. But if there's one thing that I think that everybody could do to preserve their skin health, is really just have your own routine that works for you and make it simple. So I think we tend to do too much. Something as simple as just cleansing, hydrating, and moisturizing. You know, just basic and simple. And so I think that's the #1 thing I would say, was just like, make sure you moisturize, make sure you hydrate your skin. I talk a lot about the difference between hydrating and moisturizing and how they're married to each other and they need each other. Yeah, so that would be, that's a hard question. I think in terms of protecting the actual appearance of your skin and your skin health on your face, a nice zinc oxide sunscreen to make sure that you offset the damage on your skin, brown spots. But it depends on what your goals are.
Okay, my goal is to stay beautiful forever.
Okay.
Okay, so for me, before I was using your products, I was just using bar soap on my face.
Really?
That's a big no-no?
Yeah, it's totally a big no-no.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. So you say cleansing. Let's go to the cleansing step. What does cleansing look like?
Cleansing, you're looking to remove dirt and excess oil and imbalanced oil and environmental impurities. So it's really, really important, because if you don't, all of that bad bacteria and imbalanced oil congest your skin, can accelerate aging, all sorts of things that aren't healthy. You got to remove that, and then if you apply products after you, if you haven't cleansed and you're applying products on top, you're only pressing those into your skin further. So the foundation of skin is many things, but it starts with cleansing, starts with proper cleansing of your skin. Just like everywhere else on your body, it's really important to cleanse.
Okay, and is there a specific way to cleanse? Is there like, I cleanse with an oil-based cleanser, or enzymes, or soap and water?
Whatever works for you. And that's something where it's, it depends on what your preference is, what you enjoy. I tend to like a water-based cleanser that is lightly foaming. I really believe in my brand is formulation-led. It's a botanical-based line. Focus on herbal synergy and biomimetics that optimize the power of nature. That is my intention. I think it's important to keep skin care simple so people understand it. People tend to get really confused. But what's really important is cleansing your skin and not over-cleansing. You don't want to remove too much of the natural barrier. You want to have a pH-balanced cleanser, which any professional skin care cleanser is. So make sure you're cleansing effectively, that your skin doesn't ever feel tight. You never want to feel tight. That's not good. That's a removal of too much of your natural oils.
I felt that before now.
Yeah, it's not good. And with the right cleanser, you won't feel that way. So you don't want excessive foaminess. Excessive foaminess isn't always a determination of the cleanser removing too much oil, but it can be a clue that it is. But everybody's skin is different. So, but oily is not bad. Oily is good. Oil's protection. All of the different waxes and triglycerides our skin naturally makes, they're important. So don't run from your skin or try and remove and dry it out if you're oily. Oily actually protects the acid, reinforces the acid mantle and protects your skin. So it can help it age slower too. So cleansing, really, really important, gentle. Be careful that you're not using a cleanser that has too many actives, because if you have actives in the other phases, they can compound, and you don't want to apply too many actives. You can sensitize your skin, if you're using a cleanser with alpha hydroxy acids. But I like, for example, my cleanser that you love, Complete Moisture Cleanse. It's an oil-based honey and herbal enzyme cleanser. It's really gentle, really effective, wonderful for sensitive skin, rosacea, inflammation issues. I could go on and on. But cleansing is really, really important, and it's really important that it works for you. I do have a makeup remover also that's oil-based that destroys makeup, gets the makeup off. You do that your first cleanse. Your second cleanse is the water-based cleanser, the Complete Moisture Cleanse. So if you wear makeup, two cleansing is important. A double cleanse is really important.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Because I've seen people just put one, use a makeup remover and then call it a day.
And that's fine. I'll use my makeup remover cleanser first because if I'm craving an oil cleanse. Oil's wonderful because it does reinforce the oil in your skin, and it helps really get a moisturized cleanse. It also removes makeup. But it just depends on how you feel and what works for you, you know?
Okay, all right. So now we got the cleansing down. Now I get it.
Okay.
All right? We got to have something that's simple, works for us, gentle. Maybe, I guess I prefer something that is like yours, foamy, softer on the skin, doesn't leave my skin tight, which I've actually experienced a few times after cleansing. The next step is hydrating or moisturizing?
Well, depends. Toning is important. Exfoliating is really important. Obviously, the skin does it naturally, but we want to accelerate that to reveal more new skin, and that's also how we sort of assuage fine lines and wrinkles, and we don't have fine lines. The more dead skin that builds up and isn't removed, you're going to have an appearance of fine lines more so, and just skin health in general, removing your dead skin so that it doesn't get pressed into the pore and cause congestion. Also, exfoliation is really important because it allows all the other products that are applied subsequently to move into the skin better. So your serums, balms, oils, creams, hydrators are going to move into the skin because you've exfoliated properly.
Okay, I got it. So should we be exfoliating every day though?
It depends on your skin. Some people need to exfoliate more often, and some people don't. And that's when I think people tend to want black and white answers for skincare. How many times a week should I use this? And I would love to tell people it was like 4 times, 5 times, or use this every day. Some people can use, say, an acid exfoliator toner daily, like I can. Some people, twice a week is enough. It's really about, this brings us into getting to know your skin. What is right for you? And how do we get to know what our skin needs, and not what somebody else's needs, but what ours is? And that's why it's tricky out there with all the information on social media, because it really is about getting to know your skin. So I believe in a gentle exfoliator. I like to use the alpha hydroxy acid exfoliator, our daily acid toner. And I also like to go in with a manual exfoliation, a scrub polish that works to polish as well. I really believe in exfoliation, but everybody needs to know what's not, what's too much, because over exfoliating is also very bad for the skin as well.
I see.
But
okay.
I developed my line by working with clients daily for 10 years. I saw more than anything people were under exfoliated, and it was inhibiting their hydrators and moisturizers and serums and their overall glow, and there are other products from performing the best. And so that's what drove me to create an exfoliator. And my second product ever created was an exfoliator, and that was back in 2009. I launched that product.
So very important.
Yes.
Exfoliation. I haven't exfoliated in a while, so I need to get into the routine more and more.
Yes.
Then so hydrating, moisturization, really important steps. Is that like a morning thing, or are we doing it at night?
Day and night.
Day and night.
It's really important. You have to restore the hydration in your skin in order to moisturize effectively. And people use the term moisture and hydration interchangeably, and really they're very different. Hydrating is water, and oil, and moisturizing is oil. So oil, the lipids and fats that traps in your hydration and that's how your skin stays hydrated. So with hydration, we're getting the water into the skin, moves between the lipids and the proteins of the skin. You get the water into the skin, fills up the cells with water, and then you apply your moisturizer after, and it traps in that water. And that's how you're hydrated and moisturized. Moisturizing is a little bit of a misnomer. It's not really what it's doing. It's not actually adding moisture to your skin. It's like combating surface dryness. The oils are actually causing your skin to retain its moisture, so it's moisturizing. That's a little bit of a misunderstanding, but I like to clarify that because obviously if you have dehydrated skin, you can mistake that for being dry and dehydrated, when dry would be the oil and the lipids on the surface of the skin.
That means dry.
Yes.
I see.
So, and sometimes people are dehydrated, but they think they just have dry skin, but they're really dehydrated. So that's the importance of what I launched, the Hydrating Accelerator.
And then you're glowing throughout the night while you're sleeping, right? So all of the tooth fairies and bed bugs are seeing your glow.
Yes.
And then in the morning, the rest of the world is seeing you.
Very important.
Okay, I got it now. So one of my favorite partners here at Heal Thyself is Athletic Greens. This is a product I use every single day. And I started taking it because I wanted more energy and to get in my greens because I'm usually on the go. It's a really easy way to start mixing into my water or my smoothie every single day to make sure I'm getting the servings that I need. It's amazing, it's super healthy, it's mild, it doesn't have that green juice, green powder, earthy taste, but it has more of a tropical taste. And I actually look forward to having it every single morning. So what's in it? With one scoop, you get 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens. And that's gonna get your day started right. It contains less than a gram of sugar, no GMOs, no nasty chemicals, no artificial anything, while still tasting good. So some of the benefits you may see is better sleep quality, better recovery, overall just better mental clarity and alertness. And this green drink by Athletic Greens, AG1, is a small micro habit. It's got big benefits. It's one thing you do every single day to take care of yourself. Now, I only partner with brands I believe in, you know this. So Athletic Greens is one of them, one of the best ones focused on sustainability. For one, they are a climate neutral certified company. And in 2020, they purchased carbon credits to support projects protecting old growth rainforests. Additionally, for every purchase, they donate to organizations that are helping get nutritious foods to kids in need, including No Kid Hungry right here in the United States. And in 2020, Athletic Greens donated over 1.2 million meals to kids. So to make it easy, Athletic Greens is gonna give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs for your first purchase. All you gotta do is visit athleticgreens.com/healthyself. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/healthyself to take ownership of your health and pick up the daily nutritional insurance. Ned's Mellow Magnesium is one of my favorite magnesiums in the game. Now we know we are magnesium deficient, about 70 plus, maybe even 80 plus % of us are not getting enough magnesium. And I love this particular supplement because one, it comes in a powder. Two, it has trace minerals to complement magnesium, and it has amino acids that have a specific effect. So for example, the night one, the amino acids are helping you get to sleep, relax the body, and stay asleep. Whereas during the day, it's complementary to all of the trace minerals to really get you going. So when it comes to Mellow Magnesium, I noticed that it's helping propel my memory, mood, brain function, stress response, nerve and muscle health, and just overall sleep. With Ned's Mellow Magnesium, I experience better sleep, less stress, less inflammation, just less overall pain. Now, Ned is one of my favorite brands out there across the board. When it comes to their CBD products, they have awesome ones. They're full spectrum active cannabinoids, terpenes, flavonoids, trichomes. And Ned's full spectrum hemp oil nourishes the whole body's endocannabinoid system. And they're offering functional support for stress, for sleep, inflammation, and just overall balance. So you can go on the website and see how transparent they are. They share all of the third-party testing. It's a really amazing company. So when you open my pantry, you're gonna see a lot of Ned in there, and it's for a reason. I want you to check out Ned, and you're gonna get 15% off of all their products with the code DRG. That's helloned.com/DRG, and you enter the code DRG at checkout. Again, that's HELLONED.com/DRG to get 15% off. Thank you, Ned, as always, for sponsoring the show and offering our listeners a wonderful natural remedy for life's most common health issues. I love the way that you are telling us, just simplify it. It's in many ways the way that I say for people who say, Dr. G, my gut health, my thyroid, I have back pain. Okay, let's just simplify all of the supplements. Let's simplify all the diets and foods you think you need to eat, and then get back to you. Like, what feels good for you? What feels good for your body? What feels, now you're saying, good for your skin? You should know, right? You should be connected. So you really want people to connect to their skin, to their skin health.
Yes.
Right?
That's the journey, is really understanding what's right for your skin. And that takes time and takes an intention, and it's something that unfolds, and real skincare happens over decades and years. It's not something that you just have once you have this new bottle of product. That's not skincare. Skincare is a practice. It's not just with the intention to offset the skin deterioration and so that you slow your aging, the appearance of aging in your skin. It really is about how we feel and nurture ourselves as we get older, and our beauty, and how it relates to our confidence. It's time with ourselves. It's connecting to who we are. It's really, really important, and it's really, really powerful. And you can be all of those things as well. It's not wrong to be caught up in wanting to have beautiful, clear skin. It's not your ego always. It can be a part of our confidence and how we want to be seen in the world. I love the journey of beauty and seeing how we feel our best, and that's so individual. But it is about that time and caring for yourself. And I think it's really important for everybody to have some sort of skincare routine, because it only contributes to your confidence and your own connection to you. So
I see.
Yeah.
And I would agree. There's, a lot of my work is in front of the camera, and I can feel when I feel dry and kind of just my face is spotty, and it just doesn't feel right. But I know that when I get up, I could tell I slept. Right. I could tell my skincare is popping off, and then I'm ready to be on camera. I feel great. Right. And like you said, it's not ego. It's just a natural cue that you see. I feel my skin feels healthy. I look healthy. Now my body feels healthy. It's like there's a mental, emotional component to it that is far surpasses just ego. It's a signal.
I think it's a part of our DNA, beautification and protection and care, and it relates to our primal attractions and feelings towards people and connections, and anybody can have it and access it, and it doesn't take a lot of money, and it doesn't have to be complicated, and it can really be a really important part. I think in this day and age, we are so inundated with so many different things going on globally, socially, everything that's happening, that one of the best things we can do is really carving out this time for yourself, even if it is 5 minutes putting on your moisturizer. You breathe deep, you breathe it in. These moments all make a difference. And then when your skin reflects that health, and or over years you've cared for your skin and you see it, it's important caring for your body, and we should be proud and find joy in it, because it is joyous, and it should be. And I find that in my diet, in terms of eating internally, it makes me so happy to care for my body. And the more we do that, I think it's all of it adds up, and it makes a big difference.
Again, it's a signal that I care for that which is creating this human experience. I'm allowed to have this human experience because I have a body,
Yes.
And we're honoring it by, drinking water instead of Coca-Cola, right?
Right.
We're honoring it instead of, using products that are more gentle, that are cleaner, that are sustainable for the environment, versus using something chemically synthesized in the middle of CVS, right? Which I did most of college, So you tell the difference when you take that extra step in dedicating. I know you're really into routines, wellness routines, even past skin. How valuable are wellness routines in our every single day?
Imperative. Also, I just don't know how people get through life without wellness routines. you know, it's the bookends of my life, and every day waking up, you know, a wellness routine really for me is tuning into myself and assessing what my needs are right now in the moment, because it's always changing and it's always different, and the world's always changing, my body's always changing, and as we age it changes. And I think that's what I feel like wellness really is. It's a checking in with yourself and then acting on it. It doesn't have to be this list of things that you have to do today, and then if you don't, then you failed, and are you really caring for yourself? That's actually not wellness. Wellness is an art, you know, it's an art and science, and it really, you know, that mindfulness, that's key to me.
So, and I agree, because there's been many times where I'm like, okay, here are the 5 things I'm going to do every day, and I only did 3, and I was like, oh, I got to do the other 2 later, you know? Versus, you're right, things flow, things move, time of day, what's going on in life. Are my in-laws in town? Are my parents in town? You know, like, how do we adjust? So just checking in, and this is what I now do. I lay down and I scan my body, I check in with my body, where's my tension? What does that tension need? Oh, wow, I just need to be outside for longer, you know? You get the answers when you tune in. Because your body's always trying to communicate with you.
Yes, and if that's what you want, I think that a lot of people want the feeling and the result and the experience of wellness, but they don't know how to achieve it or how to get there. And I think that it's like it's a commitment to yourself. It takes many times more time. You have to have boundaries, and you have to say no to people and to things many times when you feel as though you should do things, or everybody else is doing it, or it doesn't matter, or, you know, it's like, find myself always going to bed early, and you know, I think there's always just an initial resistance. For me, I have the yoga mat rolled out. If I get onto it and I only want to do 5 minutes, that I did my yoga, but then other times I realized, oh, I was only going to do 5 minutes, and I did a half hour.
Playing it however it unfolds.
Yes.
Whatever your body's calling for, which is, you know, that's life, right?
Right.
It's sort of like being in flow with what it's calling for. Okay, so a wellness routine can totally translate to us feeling better in our bodies, being more in tune with our bodies. But how about outside of us, like work and business and relationships? Do you find that that also has value?
It has the exact same value. It's all wellness. It's all your energy management. For me, I feel as though we all want to feel good and perform our best. That is when we're in the flow and we are who we feel like we really are. We're positive, we're optimistic, we're joyous, we're loving, we're accepting, we're easygoing. That's who we really are. And how do we remain in that connection as often as possible? And I think the way we do is by taking more time to do these practices that get us into that feeling space. You know, it's how we're thinking. Are you meditating in the morning in order to set the tone for the day? And then when things come up, are you reacting to them, or are you pivoting your thought before it creates a feeling? That's what I feel like is one of the things that is, you know, and I think it's like, you know, mindfulness is retaining your power when you are not allowing that thought to make you feel that way, when you shift before it gives you the feeling, because you think something and it makes you feel a certain way, but there's a minute in between where you can shift it before that follows. And that's really what I feel as though people want, but it's difficult for a lot of people to take the action to do it, to get there. And I'm just not sure what it is that makes the difference in people who live wellness and mindfulness and are seeing their reality as a reflection of them and their responsibility and the challenges, and embracing the challenges in order to grow and evolve and become a better person. It's your commitment to your own growth, right?
Yeah, because if you're putting that time, you would hope you'd see some dividends. And oftentimes the dividends are like, wow, I'm not reacting, I just noticed that. Or I'm not as triggered as I used to be. or wow, I'm in a place of peace even in this situation. And when there is something coming up, I'm welcoming it, like you said. I know that I called for this, so, and oftentimes I'll notice that something will come up and I go, what the hell is this? What's going on here? And then I'll think, okay, what is this bringing out? What is it causing within? And then I go, oh, I called for that like 3 weeks ago. I was saying I want to experience, I am growing in this capacity. I am putting myself in the middle of a situation that is, whatever it is, but sometimes you don't make the connection. And you said that reflection of you. It's, in many ways, if we're not putting ourselves into a wellness routine and managing our energy and being mindful of what we're asking for, then something comes up and we have no idea the connection between the
Right, and then if that comes up and you aren't embracing the next lesson or piece of growth that is going to bring you more joy in your life, because you're going to move past resistance and rigidness and anger and frustration, because that's all it is. It's always the opposite, which is fear-based experiences and versus love and joy and happiness and wisdom and who we are. If you aren't embracing your growth, that's going to be the result of somebody else. It's going to be somebody else to blame, somebody else's fault, and it's the persecutor and the victim. Right. And you're going to be one or the other, and neither one feels good, and not feeling good is not wellness, and it's not taking advantage of the opportunity to shift, because of this is coming to you because we have to be challenged. I think people just run from challenge immediately, whether it's in business or with a relationship or even an old friend or a new friend, and something rubs us the wrong way. The lesson usually is always I can shift how I perceive this. I can forgive this person. I can let it go. And if you can't, there's communication. How do I communicate this the most effectively? Conflict resolution is the most important piece to heal our relations, because we all avoid confrontation in that conflict. And so when you can move into a room and you can say, I have to tell you something. This is how I'm feeling. And we realize as soon as we start talking, it's so easy. Why do we create so much drama and pain avoiding, and it's just so easy to actually just talk to people.
Mm-hmm. And on the other side of that conversation is like, oh, finally.
Right.
But instead, for us, the bigger barrier to entry is just holding all of that in and go, I'm just going to stay with this. I'm going to avoid this conversation. Not only for like a day or a week, sometimes years. Decades, avoiding. And it's so ironic that when you do open up the space for that, it's never as really hard as you ever thought, You may get rejected, but still you said what you needed to, which is the beautiful part. And that's so empowering. But I really, really resonate with the conflict resolution, the communication. What are some really powerful ways that you communicate? I don't know whether it's in business, with friends, with family, lovers, whatever it is. How do you communicate? What is the best approach to communicate from your heart? Is there a specific way that you do it?
Well, I know when I need to be honest with somebody. I just feel it. I can't not be. And I can't sleep if I'm not, or if I'm holding something back. And that's just my nature. I think that's everyone's nature, but I think certain people compartmentalize easier. I think I'm very committed to doing as much work as I can from the most fearless place in order to be the best version of myself as possible. And I think that again, that's the life that I've chosen for myself, and the embracing of the challenge and taking the time to sort of, again, pivot away from the thoughts that I know are not supportive to where I want to go is the answer for me. It's a daily ritual.
Mm-hmm. Always.
Always. Right? It's a constant ritual, and it's a constant when I'm, when I'm surrounded and I'm feeling the frustration or the challenge. It's stepping back, and it's always breath will calm my heart in my mind. It will align my heart and my mind. And then it's just being honest with what I need to say. Is this something that I need to let go of? Is this coming from some of my fear and my pain? Or is this something where I need to stand my ground and communicate something and have a proper boundary with somebody? And
that's a mindfulness, right? Like you just said, I have to know if this is my shit or if I need to talk and stand my ground and be like, hey, you're putting your shit on me.
Yeah, and in many ways, it's both.
Yeah.
But are we willing to see that? You know, and I think that's just the destiny of everybody being able to sort of like, if that's what's right for you. I feel like, what else are we going to do? What else are you going to do in this life? I do think that I think we're here to heal, but I also think we're here to heal and equally have fun.
Now, we often hear that the average adult should be getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. And that's not always possible, right? We're always on the go, we got things, maybe have kids, whatever it is. And more people are focused to make lifestyle changes to get deeper sleep. Now, the first half of the night, that's your deep sleep window. So when things start to drop, you'll notice your heart rate going down, your breathing, your blood pressure, your muscle activity, and your body temperature. Now, with the body temperature, this is a crucial aspect of deep stage sleep. Finding the way to activate your sleep switch can really help increase your levels of deep sleep. And this is where chili sleep comes in. Now, this is one of my non-negotiables for deep sleep for people having issues with sleep. Chili Sleeps makes awesome, customizable, climate-controlled sleep solutions that help you improve your overall well-being. They have things like the Doc Pro, the Ooler, the Cube Sleep System. And what they are is just basically hydro-powered, temperature-controlled mattress toppers. They fit right over your existing mattress top, and they help provide an ideal sleep temperature. And they're luxury mattress pads that can help your bed stay at the perfect temperature for deep sleep. So whether you're running hot or you're running cold, it finds the perfect temperature for you so your sleep is deeper, you're falling asleep, you're staying asleep, and you're waking up energized. If you're having trouble with sleep or you want to get better sleep, go to chilisleep.com/DRG to learn more and save 30% off any purchase of new sleep systems. This offer is only available to you all, the Heal Thyself listeners. Again, that's Chili, C-H-I-L-I, sleep.com/DRG to take advantage of the exclusive discount and wake up refreshed every day. Hey everyone, I want to talk about Birch Living. This is a partner I've been working with for quite some time. You know, sleep is super important. This is a non-negotiable pillar of health. You got to be sleeping to feel good to do all the other things. So I'm excited to talk about Birch on the show. This is a premium mattress in the box company, and they make mattresses and sleep products that are stylish, comfortable, and environmentally conscious. They have organic, non-toxic mattresses. They're made right here in the United States. And for me, it was important to choose a mattress that is made with organic and natural materials. You know I can sleep comfortably because I'm sleeping on a surface that is not off-gassing any harmful, volatile organic compounds, and I'm breathing in, affecting my respiratory system, hormones, nervous system, immune system. Birch mattress is Green Guard Gold certified. What that means is that they're testing for over 3,000 different chemicals that off-gas to make sure that you're clean, you're good, and you're safe. Now, I have my Birch mattress for quite a while now, about a year, and I love it. I love how breathable it is, how cool I feel at night, how it's supporting and relieving pressure points in my body, how it's allergen and mildew free. I don't have to worry about mold or nothing like that, right? And the raw materials are coming straight from nature. So with your Birch mattress, you get a 100-night sleep trial along with a 25-year warranty. So if it makes you nervous to buy something and you haven't tried it, you get more than 3 months to make sure you love it. If you don't, they're gonna come pick it up from you for a full refund. Now the best part is that Birch delivers straight to your door, all free within the United States. It comes rolled up in a box, super easy to set up yourself. I love my Birch mattress. I do think you will too. So if you're looking for a new bed, check out Birch. It is my #1 mattress out there. It's been for so long. You can click the link below or go to birchliving.com/healthyself and get $400 off of your mattress and 2 free pillows. By having fun, is that in the context of connection, communication, community? Is that like you're just saying, just play within the world?
Yeah, just having fun. Are you having fun? Life is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to just be. And with that, when you think about like the deepest spiritual work we could do, I actually think that's fun. Conflict and challenge and that stuff is not fun, but the other side of it is joy. So you could sort of see it as the process of getting to more fun. But I believe life should be whatever is fun for you, whatever, it's everything that just brings joy and fun, and celebrating, because as much as I think, as I'm committed to waking up and evolving to be my best, I also equally give myself room to be absolutely imperfect, to mess up, to be wrong, and to give myself the space to have it not be that important. Mm-hmm. Because I think the most important thing overall, beyond healing and having fun, is that we're here. That you're here, and that's a huge accomplishment to be here. I think it takes courage to come into a body on this planet, mm-hmm. and I think that everyone who's here deserves a level of just like, you're here, you did it. If that's all you do, that's amazing.
Yeah, you're here. So, let's celebrate that.
Yeah.
Right, and it would be beautiful if everyone can see, oh, I'm here, right? Like, what a gift it is, and how quickly perceptions would change throughout the world, or the world as a whole, just with that one thought. Yeah. And if you can see that in another and celebrate that in another, that's really powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm super encouraged by this conversation, get back on a deeper wellness routine, right? Like showing up. There's a lot of things that bring back some good memories that I'm inspired by. And viewers and listeners alike, I really hope that this resonates with a part of you, and if not, just start a wellness routine then, right?
Yeah.
Just something, just a little something. What are some examples of things we can do?
Okay, so what you have to remember, what I try to remember, is that my wellness-oriented lifestyle has never been perfect, but it's always been there. And when I was younger and I sort of strayed, not meditating as much, or, when you're younger and doing drugs, it's like, it's fine. You have to give yourself these experiences to explore life. That's what it's about. You're here. But for me, you have to remember that true wellness, it does take time. You do have to make time. Like, I think about it, I'm like, wow, it'd be a lot easier and a lot more convenient if I didn't cook my lunch every morning. I didn't steam the vegetables and make sure that I had equal parts, my tofu and my brown rice and whatever sauce. Like, if I just could order out every single day, that would be easy. I'd save a lot of time. And then, making and these are internal things, and these are surface level, I think, like my smoothie and like eating lots of vegetables. Like, this is wellness, even though it's just a part of wellness. It's like true wellness is, I think it's obviously everything, but it's those things, but it starts with our minds and our hearts first. And then we do, we eat well to feel better. I eat well to not, I used to, when I was younger, I would drink green smoothies because I wanted to age slower. And now I drink green smoothies and my parsley and cilantro and the same thing, I drink it every day because of how it makes me feel internally. It's like, it literally gives me energy, and I need that energy at my age. I need to have energy. And so, as I said before, it's like the best thing we can do is contain our energy all day long. We don't give it out to judgment, to fear, to bad conversations, to like complaining, to gossip. You feel it when it's leaving, and it's about containing it all day long. And that's health, because when our energy is full and whole and healthy, we're healthy. Nothing can get in. Illness, sickness, it doesn't get in as easily. That's where our immune system, all of our cells are working at their optimum and all. That's what inspires me. But time, like, even when I was younger, I would always, before I went out into the world, I always wanted to meditate before I went out to dinner or going out with friends. I always wanted to meditate. And it wasn't because, the reason why was because I wanted to be my best. I wanted to be connected to me. And I wanted to come from calm, not anxiety, not fear. I wanted to feel grounded. And that's getting to know me. And so I will say, oh, hey, can you meet me out at 7? It's 6:30. I have time to take a shower and get ready. I need 15 minutes to meditate. No, I can't be there till 7:30. I have to do that because then I'm not going to arrive and be who I am and who I want to be. You know, it's not perfect. It's not always like that, but taking the time for wellness, you know, and you have to do that. There's no tricks, and you have to want it. You have to want to live well. You have to know that, like, I'm sitting on the sofa and I feel good. And I know if I go onto the yoga mat and just do a few poses and breathe deep for literally 10 minutes, I'm going to feel infinitely better than I do right now. Why am I not doing that? What is between me and the mat? And sometimes I still don't have the answer for that. It's just you almost have to just surrender and go on automatic and just throw yourself and just do it. I always think, you know, it's the best slogan, just do it.
Just do it.
You know, and if you don't like it when you're doing it, stop. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. That's like, there's no right and wrong in the world. That's why I feel like you know, being free, it's so important. Your own judgments to what you feel is right and wrong, or what you think is right and wrong in another. Nothing is right or wrong. It's the experience. It's what is right and what serves us. Because if ultimately something isn't right for me, I'm not going to do it anymore. If it doesn't feel good, I'm not going to do it anymore. Like, you know?
Yeah, 100%. It's sort of like feeling with intuition and heart. Is this true for you?
Yeah.
And I love the part where you mentioned to just have the grace to say, okay, I know I'll feel better if I meditate or do yoga or really start drinking more water every morning. But then also allowing the space to be like, I'm resisting this. Why the heck am I resisting it? You know,
and if you're resisting too much, those are the days where I feel like, fine, you don't have to. Do what you want. Just read. Lay down and read, or don't do anything. But that's still tuning in every moment. What is really right for me? Sometimes it's really good to push yourself, and then you're glad you did, and other times it's not right to push yourself. Welcome to the world of mindfulness.
Yeah, exactly. Being mindful, so you know, and that's beautiful. I know you have a big place in your heart for emotional healing. What role do emotions have in overall health?
It's everything. Emotion, I believe, is our guidance. It's our guidance system. It's what guides us to how. Obviously, how we feel is ultimately everything, you know? And what we think creates how we feel. So being in control of your emotions and being aware of your emotions, it's everything. It's everything in life. And we all have reactions. It's whether or not we buy into them and respond to them. You know, you can have a reaction go through your mind and through your feeling, but not go into it. And what is that? That's an awareness. We're more than our feelings. We're more than our minds. And, you know, that's our power. Because when when we dive into everything we're feeling, you know, it's exhausting. Because it's not who we are. We're the awareness that uses it for our power and for our health and our awareness, but it's not something that that we are just subjected to no matter what. That's like immaturity.
Right. And will deplete you really fast.
Yeah.
Really fast. And you'll hit the ground and you'll be like, I don't know how to go on. And then manifesting mental, emotional imbalances, right? Oh man, I have anxiety out of nowhere, right? It's sort of like, if we care for our health, right? We're mindful. We know what our body needs to eat. We know if this person is stealing our energy. We know if we're giving away our energy too much in this facet of life. It's really hard for things like anxiety and depression to start creeping in, right? And let's say there's no infection component to depression, like a brain infection or something, or brain inflammation. Let's just say it's purely food and what's in your life. I would still say that is the best platform or space to be in when you allow mindfulness in your life and you're so attuned, like you exemplify in your body and the people around you and how you're putting your energy. It's really hard to be anxious or in a state of anxiety every single day.
Yeah, it's really hard. And I feel like it's about learning to expanding your awareness, which meditation, breath work, spending time by yourself, staring out the window, not thinking, these things expand our awareness. And when our awareness is expanded, we can feel anxiety and fear is always going to come up. It's a part about being in a body and having a mind. It's part of the experience. And it's about, you know, I'll feel anxiety and I'm like, oh, I feel some anxiety coming. And then for me, what I will do is if it grows and I'm not allowing, if I'm starting to buy into it and it's starting to actually make me feel anxious instead of me sensing it, then I immediately just meditate. And I think that's dealing with it on an energetic level. I think that's what people don't realize about what meditation can do, is that you can process things on an energetic level and not have to play it out. And there's so much power in that. And so it's like, okay, I'm feeling a little off. And, you know, you can have a glass of wine and then forget about it. But that didn't go anywhere. And it can, maybe that's right. Sometimes we've all been there and that's wonderful. But it's nice to meditate, process the energy, let it go, let your soul energy overtake the anxiety, because that anxiety is not you. Let your soul energy take over, and then have a glass of wine. You know, if that's what you want. But then you actually processed it so that you're not just trying to escape it. That's what I do for myself. I'm not a therapist. I'm not guiding people in any way other than anecdotally what's worked for me for many years. Emotions, as you were saying, creative people are very emotional. And so in creative people, I'm talking about myself, I want to connect with people. I express my emotions. I talk in order to understand myself. And there's a lot of power in that, because emotion is creativity, emotion is power, emotion is expression, emotion is, you know, so important. But it's about channeling it and, you know, being able to hone it and understand it. And that's where we really get the wisdom. So
I'm inspired by how tuned in you are to your own self, to emotions, to how the world is unfolding for you. And, you know, I've been inspired in many ways, like I said, to up the wellness routine or feel into more what my wellness routine is that day, for better terms, and just getting back into more meditation. You know, and what I say about meditation is like consistency. If you do it every single day, like let's do a challenge for yourself. Do a 21-day challenge and see how you feel. Inevitably, you're going to feel exponentially better. It just happens like that. I did an 80-day challenge. Yeah. By day 60, I was hearing things, seeing visions, like psychic crazy shit. And I was like, whoa, I'm tapped into something crazy right now.
Yeah, you get tapped into the collective.
Into the collective, yeah. You start being able to feel it's more sensitively, like so much, but enough that you're still grounded though, which is crazy, because in your waking life, it's like, whoa, I can observe this thing that's supposed to be on face value, a bad thing going on or a mess at work or something, but I can still be grounded. Right. That's the importance of the meditation. You don't have to be in the tornado. You can just see it in front of you, and then from that place, oh, I can fix this, I can heal this, I can work on this, I can show up like this. And if it starts to make you spin or lose your grounding, being very aware of it and then stepping back again. Sensitivity. I love that, man. Josh, you're doing a lot of stuff. All right, so I want to talk about, you have a fantastic line. You got, thank you. You got the exfoliators, the cleansers, the hydrators. You got the best spray that I put on every single day, but only before I put on the oil. You see, I trap it in there, so I know the golden rule already. Yes. Any plans? Anything you're doing? Where can we find you? And any good information that you just want to leave us with, any gems? Oh my gosh, I feel like I could talk for hours with you about everything. What am I doing? I am so grateful to do what I do.
my team is incredible. I couldn't do any of it without my team. I'm on Instagram and TikTok, Josh Rosebrook, and I have a wonderful team that I work with to keep the brand alive there and really representative of all that I am and all that I believe that wellness is. And the ultimate, my goal with skincare products and hair care products is to create the most efficacious products imaginable out of the most incredible ingredients available. And I'm always inspired by the science of botanicals and herbal synergy and biomimetics and cosmetic science, and ultimately what delivers the most results and value for people. I'm never going to not be inspired by developing the best products. I'm also just obviously so into wellness and the holistic power of beauty and helping people and guiding people. And I'm also very committed to helping people on the journey of entrepreneurialism. And I think that it's a certain type of person and starting your own business or project or service and the challenges that you're always faced with. And I think for me, in building my company over many, many years to what it is today, it's just been an expression of my spiritual power, because everything tells you that you can't do it or something's going to stop you, and you have to just mind over matter. I can do it. Nope. And manifesting what you need through sheer will of trusting that it's going to come, not letting anything stop you, but not in a resistant way, in a very gentle, trustworthy way that, and I think that, I always take it back to meditation, but, that awareness and just so much of our own success in life is just our connection to our own energy and how we manage our thoughts and what we allow to stop us or what we allow to keep us thriving. So I'm grateful. I can't. My team is incredible. I'm grateful for all of the retailers. And my role now is really, obviously product development, but it's a leadership role that I'm really embracing, and I'm really enjoying it.
Awesome, man. Everyone go to the Instagram, go to the TikTok. If you got TikTok, go check out everything. Check out the products, a beautiful line of products with beautiful branding. I've never broken out on one pimple when I use those products.
Oh,
and sometimes if I use oils, I'll notice a pimple, like in the next 2 days, not one.
Oh, good.
So,
Nice.
and I've been using it for many years, and I highly recommend it. So, man, thank you for coming, not only talking about skin, right, your forte, but really the deep, deep stuff, what wellness really means past the skin, on the depth of who you are, the expansion of who you are, your connection to the world. And you really got it tuned in, man, and it's inspiring.
Thank you so much.